Your spirit knows what your mind doesn't know. Hi everyone, it's Maria Maumela. Thank you for joining me. Yes, your spirit knows what your mind doesn't know. This is the reason why you are able to walk into a place and to feel a bit tense or to feel like something is off or wrong. And if the angels could speak, they would tell you, you feel that way because these people perhaps were even talking about you or were gossiping about someone else. Okay. And you just go in there and you find this environment off because it's not the Spirit of the Lord that is flowing. And we need to be careful of the sin of gossip. The Bible speaks of gossipers not making it into the kingdom. Let us not play it down. When people want to hate you, they don't hate you alone. They go and they recruit people. They will tell of lies and stories to them who will listen and who will believe. Now, we can also be partakers of such meetings just by listening and believing and end up judging the person because person A told us the story and we know person A and we do not know this other person. And it will be so wrong of us to now take on the attitude of person A because we trust person A, not understanding that perhaps they had a fallout with the person or they have their own issues. Instead of them sorting out the issues, person A would rather gather up people against the person. Or worse, if the reason is stemming from envy and jealousy. I've experienced this a lot in the work environment. Whenever I was in a place and I would hear other women speak ill of another woman, I would take my time to study who this woman is. Chances are she's a beautiful woman, she's attractive, and she has a lot going on for themselves. And someone was just envious of them. And this person is pouring dirt on her name and is pouring dirt on other people who also share in the same insecurities. And they both come together in their insecurities and they lick each other's wounds. That's exactly what they're doing. And it is not a fragrance unto the Lord. The Lord wants us against gossip. So anyone who's into gossip, we need to try and make sure to just keep away from them so that whatever punishment that they get alone. Because the Lord will also have to also punish us. We'll get a fair share of the punishment because the Lord has a problem with us gossiping. Okay, it's serious to the Lord. Um, what else did I want to say concerning this? So you usually, actually, it's not only in the workplace, just where people gather, even at church. Okay, let us be careful of a person who always has other people's names in their tongue. Or a person you'll be sitting where someone else comes, they join us. As they leave, the person begins throwing dirt about them, you know? So let us remember our spirit knows more than our heart knows. This is why you can meet a person for the first time in your life and feel uneasy with them. All it means is this person is like not everyone is supposed to like you, and you're not supposed to like everyone. Not everyone should belong in your close circle. Okay, so it's okay to meet up with some people and feel like I'm not at ease with this person, I don't understand this person, and it's okay to move away from them. It's okay to move away from them. And sometimes we meet such people over time, we get to know them, and you're like, okay, this is not such a bad person, but still sometimes even the Lord might even put it in your heart that do not go to that person's house. Do not go, like, just keep your distance even after all that you know, because it's the Lord that knows what happens under the cover of darkness. Remember, your spirit knows more than what your heart knows, more than what your mind knows. This is the reason when people are about to pass away, they begin to put themselves together, put some things together. They start to tie up some knots. Why? Do they know they're going to pass away? Not all of them, at least not at that time, but their spirit knows. And the spirit is telling them, yeah, this way. This is how even divine connections are made. That it is your spirit that says, turn left, and you turn left. And then it's your spirit that says, go to that place, go to that church, go to that function, go to that wedding, go to that place. And then you go there, and then divine connections are made. It's because your spirit knew that person A and B and C would be there. Sometimes you may not really need them for that season, but it's imperative for y'all to run onto each other, to meet each other, and you might need or you might meet each other again in the future. Let us not try to reason things of the spirit. It is the reason why you may make a decision to go somewhere in the last minute to feel unease and be like, I'm not going. It is okay to go back on your word when your spirit says no. It could mean a decision between life and death. You could put yourself in such a compromised situation. You'll find yourself hurt, you'll find yourself sick, and you will say, in my heart, I knew it. I knew it. How many times have you gotten yourself into a situation and you said, I knew it, I felt it, I just knew it? You did not exactly know it, you just had a feeling about it, because your spirit knows more than your mind knows. So tomorrow, even if you bind yourself to things, it's okay to walk away in the last minute and say, look, I'm sorry, I cannot go forward with this, because your spirit knows. Your spirit knows. There are people you feel comfortable with, some people you do not feel comfortable with at all. Your spirit knows why. Your spirit knows why. Connection among people is something we cannot explain. A connection, it's something that is like a flow of a river. Whenever you are with the people, you always feel connected with them. It doesn't matter how far apart you become or how long you don't see each other. When you come back together, you'll all flow. There are just some things that we'll never understand, but let us always remember that our spirit knows that which our mind does not understand. And we can trust that leading of the Holy Spirit. We can trust the leading of our heart. We can trust that still small voice. We can trust that sixth sense, whatever name you want to put on it, whatever title, okay? So let us be comforted that in this world we are not left alone to try and figure out everything, and know that we are truly, truly spirit beings, and will become greater, will go further in life when we operate more, or when we tap more into the spiritual side of us. The spiritual side of us is the very same part of us that lets us know of impending danger. This is very real with the women. And for men that are married, it would always be wise for you to be aware of your wife when she wants you, like, I don't feel at ease with this man. Something is off with this man. Please do not get into this deal. Please take your time before you jump onto this deal. Do not leave the country. Why must all of you be driving in the same vehicle? Why can't there be two vehicles? Like, listen to the counsel of your wife. She could save your life. Yeah, I actually have so many examples of the power of the woman's sixth sense that can really just save a lot of people from heartache and trouble. But the truth is, all of us have that. It's just that it's much stronger in the women. Thank you, guys. God bless.